Hey y'all, hope everybody's doing good today. I am about to stain these steps. If you see my last video, you know that the porch is done, so I'm going to try to stain some steps today. The steps that we had before that we put on the new porch, they could use some staining again. So I'm going to start with them and see how it looks. I got a darker stain. It is called Cordovan Leather. It reminds me kind of like decaying walnut shells. I know that sounds a little crazy, but that's what it kind of reminded me of when we checked it in the store. We got it at Lowe's, and it just seemed pretty to me. So we're going to see how it looks. I'm going to start with the steps, and if it looks good, we'll continue after a while once the new lumber has dried out a bit and isn't as green, so we can stain it and take that well. I don't know if that staining will happen this year or if we'll wait until the spring and stain the rest. I don't know. We'll just see, but we're going to run out of good weather for it anyways pretty soon. So, but today's a good day. It's about 65 degrees. There's a good breeze. So it's about perfect. So we're going to see what we can do, and hopefully it comes out nice. So stick around and see. Now, I've already shook this quite a bit, but I do have my stick. So get this open here. Stir it a little bit, and then we'll see what it does and how it looks. I think it might look really nice. I thought a darker stain would look good against the lighter of our house and everything. I should probably have gloves on, I know, but I don't really have a decent pair work gloves, so it is what it is. But you can probably see how dark that is now. I mean, it's a dark, it's like a dark chocolate brown right now. Now, granted, when she put it on the stick, because that's what she did at Lowe's, the clerk did for us in the paint department. She took one of these painter sticks, stir sticks, and she smeared it on with a piece of paper towel. So not the best way to check the color, but even that looked really pretty to me. So I'm thinking this is going to be great. Again, we'll wait and see. It looks like liquid chocolate. Melted chocolate is what it almost looks like. Dark chocolate. I think that's good. I shook it really good before I ever put it on camera and shook, but see, it does. I don't know if you can see that as good on camera, but on there it looks like decaying, rotting walnut shells. I love that. Okay. I don't want to lose any or waste any. This stuff was not cheap. We're going to start at the bottom step. And again, this is Cabot brand. There wasn't really a lot of options at Lowe's, so we'll just see. We'll just see how we do. And I done swept this off. Cleaned these steps as best as I possibly could. I'm sure that makes a difference. I haven't done much staining in my life, but I have done some. And just like with anything, if you start with a clean surface, you're gonna have a better result. So man, these steps were dry. They were thirsty. It is sucking up this stain like nobody's business. Wow, and I think that's going to be really nice. I'll show you this here in just a second. Just get a little bit more on here. It is drinking this up. That is nice. This is a semi-solid stain and sealer combination stain. And what I gathered from the sales lady was that, of course, this seals it like it would anyways, but you don't have to do that pre-step. You don't have to do that prep of that, or maybe it's the after prep. Like I say, I don't know that much about staining. I just know you put it on a brush and you go. But also, she said it makes it kind of glide on more like a paint than like a stain. And it does. It brushes on really nicely. I prefer a brush. I don't really, if I'm doing something like this, I prefer a brush. If it was just individual loose boards, you know, like a wool, sheepskin, something, probably wouldn't be bad, but I feel more comfortable, confident with a brush, so that's what I'm using today, a staining brush. Not a paintbrush, a staining brush. Again, your work's only going to be as good as the tools you're using. And if you use the proper tools, then you're gonna hopefully come out well. But yeah, I love this color. I was afraid it was going to be a little too dark, but I think it's about perfect. Travis and my dad are up on the hill cutting down some dead trees and chopping up for firewood, so they're up there. I have kid duty. Stay up there, sweetness. But this must get done, so here I am. I don't like to have it half done, or you could see stuff. I don't like that at all. So, what do you think? I don't know how good you can see that. This back here is already drying. Yeah, right here. The first coat. And then this is still a little more wet. But I really like that. It reminds me of some of that, whatever that is, composite or laminate decking boards or whatever they are. Where it looks like plastic, but not. Yeah, it definitely is going to require another coat, if not more, on these steps. So they were just so dry. But yeah, I'm really happy with that color. I am. I think it's going to look real nice. But I've only got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to do. And then, of course, the rest. So, I guess I better get to it. So, I'll show you the finished product as soon as I get it done. Thought I'd show you what I've gotten up to this point. I had to stop and jump up here and get the youngin' a drink. But this is the first 3 steps here. And you can see how that's dry and how it's definitely going to have another coat. But it is coming along quite nicely. And I'm very pleased. I started painting, or shading rather, the porch posts and the individual spinets. And they're starting to look really good. Had to wait till these dried enough for me to get up here and do this particular step right here. But you can see what a difference that is. And that's with stain. So I'm definitely going to have to do that again, because it hardly even looks like they've been done. But that's how we're coming along. Well, I got all that done, at least what I could. Let me show you here. So I've got the banisters, handrails rather, done. I got the outsides of the banisters. And on this side too. But the steps probably will need a second coat, at least some of them will. I still got to go in between, right over in here, and do these areas. And then I've got to do all these sides, on both sides, and inside the interior. But that's what she looks like. Let me know if you like that color. The plan is to go ahead and continue the rest of the porch in the same color. It just will not happen today. And I had to stop now because the wind keeps picking up and blowing debris and leaves and everything onto my steps and into my face, making it harder for me to do what I need to do. Plus, I'm afraid if I don't stop now and try to keep on going, that the evening is going to get cool and this will not set up good. So there we are. So I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you learned something about the color or situation that might help you out in the future with your project. But if you like these videos, click subscribe and hit that like button if you want to, and leave a comment. I'd love to see where you're from, read a little bit about you, get your thoughts. So I will just see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.